The National Disaster Management Centre has declared foodborne illnesses a national disaster. More than 20 children we know of have died. The most recent was yesterday. Eyewitness News reporting that a 5-year-old boy died at a Diepkloof clinic, supposedly after eating snacks bought from a local spaza shop. And I don't know what to make of the fact that it is now a national emergency, a national disaster. I don't know what funds, what resources that unlocks, what that allows to be done that couldn't be done without the declaration of a state of national disaster. It's really perhaps only worthwhile if it releases a significant amount of resources which can be then used to apply a well-conceived plan and execute it efficiently. Professor Lucia Anelich joins us now from Pretoria, globally respected food safety expert. Lucia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John.
Do you think, do you know enough about what happens with national disaster declarations to go, yes, about time, this is going to make it's going to make it easier to get on top of the scourge?
I don't know the intimate details, but what I can say is that it does mobilize a lot of resources and funds to tackle and focus on the actual issue itself. And I think South Africa actually didn't have a choice, to be honest, because we don't have a food safety policy. We don't have a focus on food safety as a country, unfortunately. So this situation, this crisis that we are facing, we've got limited resources like half the number of environmental health practitioners, what we normally call food inspectors, according to the size of our population, and this is according to the World Health Organization formulae. So these people are strapped on the ground. They cannot get to doing everything they need to do. So, having a national state or a state of emergency disaster management, whatever the correct term is, declared, is the correct way to go if we can then harmonize and bring the resources together and have additional resources made available so that we can deal with this particular crisis.
And great. So it's lovely to have greater resources, but you need the right plan in order to apply those greater resources efficiently, productively, and with the right outcomes. In terms of what the government has put on the table, Cyril Ramaphosa's address to the nation last Friday night and what has happened subsequently, do you think that the plans are on the right track?
It seems as though there is movement in the right direction. I'm not sure that with this crisis that we are having, because it's been allowed to continue for so long, we've known about these illegal pesticides for years in the communities. There has been a report in 2010 already that made very clear that this is a type of an epidemic that's waiting to happen. And another report in 2023 in the South African Medical Journal clearly stating that this is a big problem. And it has been reported by various toxicologists in the country to government on several occasions. And nothing was done about it. So what we now have is a system where this was enabled. So for many, many years, we now have these illegal pesticides in the communities freely available. And so getting down to the actual supply and where they are found in all of these communities is a massive task. And because the spaza shops have not been registered, or many of them are not registered, even finding them requires a huge amount of work and a huge number of resources. And there should be close communication and cooperation with communities to identify exactly where these spaza shops are actually located. Because not all are easily visible with an open door or a sign in front that says, I'm a spaza shop or I'm a small retailer. Some of them are in these dodgy buildings with a steel door that is closed, and you don't even know what is actually occurring inside. So it's a mammoth task.
But you do think that the program of registration, which Cyril Ramaphosa announced just under a week ago, that is an important part of getting on top of this program?
Absolutely. We need to have them registered so that they are formalized in terms of knowing where they are, who owns them, who runs them, and then hopefully there will also be a plan and a program in place to understand where are they getting their supplies from, the food supplies. Because going after expired goods, a packet of expired biscuits or a packet of expired snacks that is reputably produced by a large producer that we know has got a proper name, it's got labeling accurately according to the labeling regulations, etc. Those are not the issues. That's not what's going to make you sick. What is making you sick is the illegal pesticide that gets into the snack when they are produced in unsavory conditions, unhygienic conditions, and in facilities that are completely unregistered.
Yeah, so I had Dr. Gerard Verdoorn, a toxicologist, on the radio a couple of days ago, and he was saying that there are legal and safe rodenticides available, and part of the solution has to make, I don't know what the cost differential is between buying something which is legal and safe versus buying something which is illegal to buy, illegal to produce, illegal to handle in the way that it is being handled. Maybe if there's a significant cost differential, you can understand better why people are going for the cheaper. But if there's not that much, then there needs to be a lot more work done in letting people who own spaza shops know that you don't need to buy this banned stuff. You can, this is what you need to buy. It's going to get rid of the rats.
Correct, absolutely. One of the problems, though, is that these illegal pesticides, because they are illegal, they come in, they are produced in such a way that we actually don't even know if they are accurately produced with all the right procedures in place. Probably not. We don't know what the concentration of the pesticide is in those granules if it is illegally produced. So if we don't know where the source is, we can't understand much more about those products. And they are incredibly cheap because they are illegal. And they are, unfortunately, incredibly effective against rats, even though they were not designed to be used as a rodenticide to kill rats and mice. But yes, as Gerard said, and he's quite correct, there are well-registered, well-developed products on the market for household use. Absolutely. But again, they come at a higher cost than these cheap illegal products that are widely available in the informal sector. And it's also about availability. Extremely easy to buy them on the corner from someone.
Thank you very much for the views of Professor Lucia Anelich, a food safety expert, on the line to us from Pretoria.